Hey, my friends, how you doing? Listen, I just got back from a 15-mile run, and during those 15 miles, I got a lot of time to think of stuff. And for the last few weeks, I've been looking on about stuff on chasing your passion and finding out what you're passionate about and doing the things you love and things like that. And I have to tell you that that's sort of not true. And let me explain. If you're just chasing your passion, you may not be living a fulfilled life. And let me just give you a couple of examples. My passion is running, and I tell my wife, oh, I wish I could run all day long. I'd be in shape and na. But running is my passion, but is it really what makes me fulfilled? So let me just illustrate that with a couple of examples, all right? So I have a lot of friends that are working for themselves. I have a lot of friends that are professionals, really successful in their jobs and things like that, and they are, they really enjoy their jobs, and I ask them, are you happy? And they're sort of like, well, yeah. Do you love your job? Well, yeah, I love my job. It's really what I want to do. I'm where I want to be, and things like that. So let me ask you, do you love your work? Do you love your work? It could be a job. It could be working for yourself. So just raise your hands, okay? And I'm just going to do a sample of the people that have their hands raised. So now everybody, keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. Now, of those of you that have your hands up, you love what you do. How many of you heard, oh, you're married to your job, and you're working too hard, you're a workaholic? And so keep your hands up, those of you that have heard that are living that. All right, so now there's still some of you left there. Now the next thing is, of those of you that still have your hands up, are you fulfilled being a workaholic, being married to your job? So some of you are not fulfilled. Now, why is that? Why is it that you're doing what you love, you're chasing after your dreams, you have the dream job, you've been an entrepreneur, you have your own business, but you're still not fulfilled? Well, it's the same thing for my running. I ask myself, well, why do I love running? What is it about running that I love? And that's the key question, is not why do I love running, but what is it about running that I love? What does it give me? And that is the question. So to me, the answer is running helps me get in shape. Now, why do I want to get in shape? Because I want to be in the best shape that I can be so that I can enjoy my life, do the things that I want to do in my life, and not feel restricted in the things that I can do, so that I can grow old and still be active with my kids, so I can enjoy them growing up, play soccer with them, take them to parks, do a bunch of activities with them. I want to be able to do that with them. I want to be able to enjoy their life as well. So running gives me that. The other thing that running gives me is it gives me time, and that's important to me. I want to have the time to think. I want to have the time to reflect. To me, running is like a meditation. The other thing that running does to me is I run for a reason. I don't just run like Forrest Gump, keep running just for no reason. I run for charity. I raise money for charity. It gives me a sense of accomplishment. It gives me a sense that I'm actually doing good, and that's it. So running for me is not just running. Running gives me something, and that's what gives me fulfillment. Okay? So that's really important. So ask yourself what your passion is, and then ask yourself why. What does that passion give you? For example, my wife. I try to get her to run. It just won't happen. It's not her thing. Her thing is crafts. So I was reflecting on what I was talking about today, asking, okay, well, why does she love crafts so much? Well, crafts for her is a way for her to express her creativity. Now, you'd think, okay, that means your house must be full of, bibelles and full of knickknacks and things like that. And no. Well, why? Because not only does it have her express her creativity, but she is also giving. She shares and she gives of herself. So actually, she does crafts, but she doesn't keep anything. She does it for everybody else. And she gets a sense of fulfillment from that. So she's doing what she loves. But why is she doing what she loves? Because it fulfills her need to create. It fulfills her need to give. Running for me fulfills my need to be in shape to enjoy my kids, fulfills my need to give to charity, to make a difference in this world, and it fulfills my need to have this time of reflection. The other thing that I've heard this week that I wanted to also touch upon was, you chase your passion and then you'll end up achieving balance in your life. Well, that's sort of not true either, because, for example, let's go back to my running example. If I run all day long, will I be fulfilled? No. Why? Because there's other things in my life that are important to me as well. Like I said, spending time with my kids, taking care of my family, doing other things, traveling, that kind of stuff. If I'm running 100% of the time, I'm not achieving balance, okay? But then again, if I have 4 things that are really important to me and I only run 25% of the time, and I take care of my family 25% of the time, and I travel 25% of the time, yes, everything is equal, but it's in balance, yes, but that's not really what it means. So people are probably mistaken when they hear, you have to achieve balance in your life. That's not it. And I really think the proper term is you have to achieve harmony. And harmony would be, I may enjoy running, 10% of the time. I may enjoy being with my kids 80% of the time. I may enjoy traveling another 10% of the time, or whatever the ratio is. But when I have the proper ratio, when I'm able to achieve that proper harmony in the things that are important to me, then and only then will I achieve a fulfilled life. So, once again, 15 miles, my brain goes everywhere, but I really thought it was important that I would share this with you today. So what I'd like you to do is just think about what is it you're passionate about, and then go one step further. Go one step further and think, okay, now what is this passion giving me? What will it give me to do this? And then you will find your real what, and what it is that's important to you. And then you'll be able to take all those things that are important to you and find the proper ratio to achieve the harmony that will give you a fulfilled life. I'm Patrick Pressoir signing off. You have a great day. Cheers.